Hello everyone, welcome to the class of AI, and in today's tutorial we are going to cover a few topics, two topics basically. One is dictionary and other one is user input. So dictionary is a type of data structure which we use in Python, and it is means it is one of the common type of data structure used in processing data files. So dictionary store connection between pieces of information. Each item in the directory is a key value pair. So for example, there should be key and a value into it. So for example, here the key is color and the value is gray. Here the key is door, the value is 5. So let's create a dictionary first. So we have decided to name our dictionary BMW 5 series, and in that we have two key things. One is color and other is door, and to assign the values we have to use these parentheses and then colons like to put the values. And if you print it, you see that we have created a dictionary which is currently connected, and now it's printing that this is the dictionary name, and there are two key things, color and doors, and the values are gray and 5. Right now, for example, you have created a big dictionary, right, where there are a lot of key pair values. In order to access, so for example, we can use it that the color, the BMW color is, we tell the name of the dictionary and what is the key. So if we just use the key, the value will be fetched according to it, and it will say the BMW color is gray because we have stored gray as a value into it. Now we can use the function called for example, get doors, right? But the thing is that over here, how many doors we have 5. So we can use the function get to see what is the value into it. If we use it, see, we are having 5 because we are using the dictionary name and then a get function to print there are how many doors. So there are 5 doors. Now for example, if you want to use and if you want to add a key with a value inside the dictionary, then how you can use it? You define the name of the dictionary, the key value, and what value the key and what value you want to put inside it, right? So if you do that, you see that we have a color gray, door 5, which we have already, and now a new key is there, fuel, and there is a corresponding value which we have just inserted as a diesel. Now if we want to loop through the dictionary, we just have to tell the name of the dictionary, and we loop through, as you have seen in our previous tutorial, we how to use the for function. So we are how to use the for loop, and using that for, we are printing each and every values within the dictionary, right? So see, gray, 5 and diesel, these are the value inside and store it, right? Similarly, you can use a value function. For example, if means previously we were printing the value means over x over here, right? Instead of using that, we can use a value function to fetch the values from the dictionary, and if we run it, see, it's again going to fetch the same value. So there are two ways to fetch the values inside the dictionary. Now if we want to loop through both items like values and keys, then we have to use the for function with two parameters x and y, and they are looping through the items of it, and we are going to print x and y, right? So x will be the key and y will be the value. So if you are running it, you see the color gray, door 5, fuel diesel. So these values will be printed, right? Now example, if you want to pop up some value, you want to remove, you want to delete something, so what you have to do, you don't have to supposed to give the value of that particular field. What you are supposed to do, you are supposed to give the key name, and that value will be popped up from the dictionary. So for example, over here we removed the fuel, which we have inserted a diesel. Again the dictionary is back with the color gray and the door 5. So this is what dictionary is. Now let's go through some other technique which is known as user input. So for example, if you want to take the input from the user, how would you do that, right? So there is very simple function of using it, and if you just use the input, right, so you just print a string as a message and you just write input, then it will ask you to enter the value through the keyboard, which will store inside the name, and then you are going to print it. So for example, he's asking what is my name, so I said the class of AI, and if I press enter, so it will say hello, the class of AI, because here we have written hello as a string, and then we are adding that string to print the message. Now prompting from the numerical input. So for example, here we use a string, but if you want something as an integer, right, so we have to convert that string into integer, right? So for example, in this function we are asking how old you are. So if I say 18, but this 18 is going as a string because I'm asking input as a string. So in this particular line, what we are doing, we are converting that age into integer. So it will understand this, it is an integer numeric value. So see how old you are. So we are just 18 because what I have entered, right? Prompting for numerical value input with the decimal points. So instead of using, if you are dealing with the decimal points, what you are supposed to do, instead of using, you just use float function, because this will deal with the decimal points value. So for example, if I are asking what is the value of pi, so if I say 3.14, because that's a value of pi, and I'm converting that pi value into float because it will understand that it is a float thing, and yeah, so it's storing. So this is what user input and dictionary, which we have gone through this lecture, this small tutorial, and we'll cover some other topics of Python in our next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, The Class of AI. Thank you, everyone.